We went all the way around there, made it about 3/4 of the way up on that peak. Right there, that's our flooded area. So we started out on the other side. Whoa, that wind. Brr. It's that windy. Let's try this again. Well, hey everybody, welcome to a bitter cold springtime, not Thursday in New Hampshire. Windy, it's been flurrying off and on, but we are going to get outside and do what I love to do more than anything else. Explore. So, colonial cellar hole, home site right here, abandoned, long time, with a trail pass heading that way. And my curiosity has always been interested. What is out there? In particular, as you go that way, there's a small mountain that I've been to and around on the other side. So we're gonna go and see what's on this side. So I'm going to follow this for a bit, see where it goes, and as usual, I'm sure I will get off course. But just want to see what's out here. You can see, definitely logged a long time ago. Yeah, it's a logger's landing. Probably did this back in the 1930s or 40s. It's grown back. Quite rich. And so, as always, it's New England. People have been doing things out here for 300 to 400 years, depending upon where you are. And I like to see what I can see that they did. Amazing. Look at this, always gets me. The stumps and leftover logs that it just doesn't break down. It takes forever. So we'll get off course here a bit, or at least off that groomed trail, because I saw this wall has been leading back from the old colonial farm. And check this out. It actually goes up and squares off and heads out that way. So this is the tail end of the back field that you can see is now completely different. Yeah, and judging by what we're seeing with all these old, still standing, rotted trees, this flooded out. They all died. I bet you after they logged it, the water table was so off balance, the water had to go somewhere. It came down here, flooded this out. Well, I think what we're going to do is go all the way around, and the tail side of our mountain is over there. That's the curious spot for me. But you know what? I just want you to see something. This wall is awesome. Look at the size of that stone down there in the bottom. That is 3.5 by 3.5 and probably a foot thick. This thing is built nice. Solid. Oh yeah, now as I stand up here, so it not only goes up off to the right, it's teed off, heads back that way. So this was old field or pasture as well. These are the things that I just think are so cool. You know? 200 years ago it was a whole different game. Alright, so out and around. It's actually snowing on me. The last week has been manic. It's just been cold, warm, rainy, snowing, windy. But it's one thing about hiking, you can get out in almost all weather to do it. Still rather have it be warm. Ice. Yeah, I thought we'd seen the last of that. Yeah. Alright, this is where we leave that trail. It went east. I'm going south. Because I want to know what's out here, if anything. So you can always tell when you're on the north side of a mountain around here. It's a much more gradual up. The southern side of this thing, you can't even walk up it. It's so steep. And it's pretty thick. Beautiful, but thick. Well, I just checked. It's exactly an hour later from when I set out, so I've been at it an hour. And if you remember the clip earlier from the bottom looking up at the peak, that's where I was, and now I'm almost at the peak. But I found this open space, which is kind of interesting. But that stuff, it's rimming around the entire thing. I mean, you can see we're almost at the top, but I can't get through that stuff. There's just this bare open section kind of running along the side here. Realistically, my intention was not to get to the peak or the top. Been there, done that from the other side several times, but I wanted to see what was on this side. I don't know, I think I came from that direction, well, up and over here. I think I'm gonna start looping that way and see if I can get around. It's just too much. All right. Well, still heading the same direction. Got a game trail. The only reason or only possibility of getting through here, it's just bouncing me to the west. We're not getting up that any further up that side of that mountain. So basically what it's doing by sending me to the west is sending me in a circle, which is fine. We're looping back. Yeah, looping back it has. So I don't know if you can see the wall. That's north to south. I bet you that's the north to south that was going through that wet area. So I think we will follow it for the hell of it and see what a difference up here where it's been, you know, this is what we call improved land, compared to that side where we just were. That's a east to west cross wall. And down there's our, right there, that's our flooded area. So we started out on the other side. Whoa, that wind. Wow. A lot of dead trees. Oh yeah, and look at, they're all broken off from the wind. That's why it's scary being out here. On a day like today with the wind and all these dead trees, brilliant. That's all right. I'm still loving it. And some colonial art. Nestled into the forest. Yeah. Look familiar? Where we almost started. Beaver Dam's looking solid. Give it a test before I bring you guys. Yeah, we'll make it. Easy as cake. Bugs. Wow. Well, that's good. And with this shot back here, it can give us some perspective of what we just did. We went all the way around there, made it about 3/4 of the way up on that peak, skimmed, came down, ran into the tail end of the farm, and then all the way around through there. So, cool little hike. And for me, on my end, what that's given me for information and, you know, always wanting to learn my area, well, the farm's pretty much stopped here. The road is about a half a mile out there. And then all the way back here, just bad. I know where the farms pick up on the other side because I've been there. But this midsection, they probably just logged it back then. All right, everybody, get out, go walk in a big circle, enjoy your day, and most importantly, enjoy your Not Thursday.